So first up, we're starting with our loading page. And then it brings you to the login where you can fill in your name, surname, email, phone, and password. There are different login options as well. Then you can say create an account. And there are tips to show you how to go through the process as well. Okay, so let's add a picture. Cool. Next. And then you can check your information that you filled in if it is correct. And then it asks for your location. Let's put it in industry. What's next? Insert the links of your accounts. Okay, cool. It's so that other people can find you, other designers, and check out your work and stay in contact with you. And now we're coming to the hello page, and it takes you to your user interface. So the user interface is basically um, easy access to your calendar, notifications, and your to-do list. So on the left, we have the documents, the recent access to documents, meetings, chats, all of that type of stuff. And then we've got stored whatever chats, documents, teams. Then we got teams, your call logs, and like the more button for when you want to add some plugins for the whiteboard feature, which we'll speak about now. Then you have the whiteboard feature over here, the video call button over here, and then the chats. And then you have a search option to search for other designers and so forth. And then you have your notifications over here as well. You have your profile, you have your to-do list, your calendar, and your settings. And here at the bottom, you also have your next deadline, which is counting down so that you know exactly when it is and to stay productive. So let's start with documents. So the documents, basically you have personal or shared documents. So the shared is which you will work with on with the team. So you can go either to all teams, drafts, or trash within this section. And then you can see is the shared documents where you worked with other people on documents, and then recent. So basically over here it says click to view. So we're just going to click history. So then in history you can either do meetings, to-do lists, or board sessions. So the board sessions is for the whiteboard. So we went with meetings, so you can look at all of the previous meetings we had this past week, the time, the date, and what it was exactly. And then we have the starred messages. So you can either view all of them together, the message, everything you start from the teams, messages, or the projects. But over here we are just viewing the projects that we start. And then from here, we are basically, so there's different teams that you can work with. So you can name your own teams and give like a short description about each team. So you can see over here, it shows the icons of the people that's in your team. And then when it's valid, you will have an external one as well. So this is for the internal teams or external teams as well, so that you can work together with people. And then under this button, there's a call log. And like I said, under this one, there will be plugins. So I'm only focusing on the primary stuff for this video. That's why I'm not showing those. So then we go to the whiteboard. So the whiteboard is basically where designers can collaborate and design together. It has most functions like sticky notes. You can do art, different size artboards, text, shapes. You can leave comments. You can add images. You can add almost anything. And over here, you can name it, and you can also download it as well. You can go back. You can undo and redo if you made a mistake. And the reason why the interface is orange and not green, which is the color identity of the brand. It's because the color that you choose when you collaborate, it will become that color to avoid confusion with all of the other primary buttons of the app that is kept in the interface. So yeah, and over here you can see all the designers that's working on this project itself. And then you can click on grids. You can also zoom in and out over here, but you can click on grids to add a grid. Yeah, to make designs easier and to make them snap to the grid as well. And then we have video call. So you actually have an option between video call and audio call, but let's choose audio call. And now you're on a call. So basically you can turn on your camera, you can see how many people's on you can share your screen. Yeah, and obviously you can make them bigger and smaller as well when you talk to each other. So yeah, and then when you're done over here, you can just end your audio call. And then let's get into the chats. So the chat is pretty straightforward. This is where designers can chat to each other about upcoming work and concerns, and just maybe to chat overall about stuff to keep in touch. And then next up, we have notifications. So, notifications is basically any and everything from messages from your chats to scheduled meetings to reminders that tasks are overdue to milestones that you have reached or upcoming deadlines. And maybe like that somebody changed a file or they finished something on the to-do list. So everything pops up here in your notifications. So it's easy and accessible, and you know exactly what's happening and when it's happening. And then we have profile. So basically all of the information that you filled in the beginning, you'll be able to find it over here under your profile, and you'll be able to edit it as well if needed. So you can just double click on your stuffies and then you'll be able to edit your information. So yeah. And then, which brings us to the to-do lists. So basically, once again, you have a few options over here. You can even see the ones you've recently deleted. You can either view it by only today, the scheduled ones, or the completed ones that you already have completed in the past. But for now, we're viewing all of them as there's not a lot. So yeah, you can basically see in your to-do list what it is by when it should be completed. And even if somebody did it in your team, you can see who it was completed by, at what time. So yeah, which kind of makes it handy as well, so that you don't have to ask around and stuff like that within your teams. And then we have our calendar. So basically, this is the layout of our calendar. So you can switch between day, week, month, or year. But we're going to focus on day. So on today's date. So basically, you can see yellow is group. This reddish pink color is individual, and this purple color is external, which is not showing at this moment. So yeah, this is the look and feel, and the idea is when you're going to click on this, it will give you more information about the event when you get more into it. So yeah, and then we have settings, which I'm not going to get into in this video. But yeah, that's basically everything that's in this video. So yeah, thank you for listening.